Good day, everyone. My name is Michael J. Migliori, and I'll be your man. Film. We finally began getting a little bit more information on Christopher Nolan's Dark Knight Rises. This week we found out that Anne Hathaway has been signed on to play Selina Kyle / Catwoman, and Tom Hardy has been signed on to play Bane. Now that Selina Kyle has been confirmed, it's almost safe to assume that she's going to be Bruce Wayne's new love interest. But early casting rumors did say that they were looking for two leading females, which led many to believe that the other female would either be Talia al Ghul or Vicky Vale. Vicky Vale being the Batman-obsessed reporter who has a fling with Bruce Wayne, and Talia al Ghul being the daughter of Batman Begins villain Ra's al Ghul. But those, of course, are just rumors. I personally think, though, it will be pretty interesting to see all three of the ladies, Talia al Ghul, Vicky Vale, and Selina Kyle in, and see how Bruce Wayne happens to manage those three obsessive girls. And what about Tom Hardy's character Bane? Both Christian Bale and Christopher Nolan have said on numerous occasions that this is probably going to be the last Batman film they make, so it's interesting casting decision to cast someone as the villain Bane. If you don't know, Bane in the comics was the villain that broke the bat in a very epic story arc called the Nightfall story arc, where Batman is stuck in Arkham Asylum and Bane pretty much breaks his spine. So this will be an interesting way to kind of end the series, I think. But of course, this is all just speculation. Honestly, I don't see it happening, but I would really love to see a kind of Nightfall-like story arc having Batman become paralyzed in this one. But like I said, until Christopher Nolan and the production team lets us know what they're thinking, what they're expecting, and what they're trying to do, it's all just speculation from there. Are you watching the Super Bowl this year? I'm probably not. But you might want to after this. Slash Film has released a short list of films that will probably be receiving a TV spot during the big game. Three of those films are films that we have seen very little of. The first one being J.J. Abrams and Steven Spielberg's Super 8. A lot of mystery surrounding that one. Everybody kind of wants to know what it's going to be all about. So that might be your first attempt to really see something. Another one we have is Michael Bay's Transformers 3, which I'm sure all of you are extremely excited to see. And we also have debut footage of Captain America, which is something I am actually really excited to see. Among those, we also have some other films that are apparently receiving TV spots, being Pirates of the Caribbean 4, Thor, Battle Los Angeles, Cowboys and Aliens, Priest, and for everyone out there, Justin Bieber's Never Say Never. The New York Film Critics Circle is racist! That is, according to Armond White. For those of you who don't know, Armond White is a film critic for the New York Press who has a famous reputation for being an extremely contrarian critic. The film critic who has made a name for himself trashing critically acclaimed films such as The Social Network, but yet handing out amazingly positive reviews for pieces of crap like Transformers 2 and Jonah Hex. White recently got into the news by getting into a war of words with Black Swan director Darren Aronofsky and reportedly making Annette Bening cry during the New York Film Critics Circle's awards banquet. Well, according to White, all the reports about him ruining the evening were all lies. Lies perpetrated by Village Voice critic Jay Hoberman and his accomplice Lisa Schwartzbaum from Entertainment Weekly. These slanderous attacks, according to White, were motivated by prejudice and jealousy about him being the only African-American chairman on the New York Film Critics Circle. Now, Armond White is a very interesting character. Aside from his very contrarian criticisms, he is very intelligent and very well read. I enjoy reading his articles and his reviews, even though I might not agree with them. And it's a very interesting position for him to be the critic everyone loves to hate and be making such accusations about him himself being hated on the more legitimate level. He was recently interviewed by Ron Bennington for his Sirius XM radio show, in which he goes into detail about what really happened at the New York's Critics Circle Awards, and also his beef between Jay Hoberman and Lisa Schwartzbaum. It's really interesting to see where this all will escalate, because I'm sure this is going to get a whole lot bad before it gets any good. It's the week of the Sundance Film Festival, and where am I? I'm in sunny Florida. But that doesn't mean I don't have some interesting films for you to keep an eye out for. The first one I want to talk about is a film called Rubber. If you haven't seen the trailer for this, watch the trailer. It's an interesting story. Apparently, it's about a tire in the desert with psychic powers. I'm not kidding you. Another film you should check out if you get a chance to is the sequel to the Brazilian film BOP, Tropa de Elite. That's Elite Troop in English. It's Elite Troop 2, and it came out at the end of last year. It didn't make as much of a fuss as the first one being the highest grossing Brazilian film ever made. And it's a crime drama about the shanty towns and the gangsters and the cops. Pretty much it's a crime drama, very Quentin Tarantino, Martin Scorsese-esque. Definitely a great film to check out. And check out the sequel over here if you get a chance to. Another film I think you should probably check out is actually a documentary about Brazilian Formula One race car driver Ayrton Senna. It came out last year also, but apparently it is hitting Sundance this year. Apparently it's supposed to be a great documentary about this, who is probably one of the best, if not the best, Formula One race car drivers to ever have lived. Of course, having died in a fiery car crash. Sorry to spoil the ending for you guys. Well guys, I am Michael J. Migliore and this has been Man on Film.